by the way, I had your erstwhile partner here, John.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And-
I saw that episode. Yeah, it
you
was
know-
interesting. It kind of took a turn, didn't it?
Well, I mean,
Is that a polite way to describe it?
what? Look, I have a TV show. I did this because I wanted something different, and it is different.
Sure,
The
yeah.
TV show I work on all week, and I work hard, and I make it. It's a different kind of animal, and I try to make it as perfect as I can. This, I just show up. I barely know who's here. I'm totally wasted. You know, it goes where it goes.
Sure,
It flows
sure.
like the river. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
And to me, that's a great other way to do a show. And I mean, yes, we got along like drunk and disorderly. We did not meet, you know, perfectly, and I probably should have been, I don't know, more gentle. But he's very woke. But I thought, you know, it always ends friendly. I hope he likes me. I like him.
Yeah,
I really do.
I do too. I mean, I haven't seen him in years.
And you should.
But the memories I have of what we, you know, the time we shared together and the things we created together are fabulous.
If you two went on the road, like with the show, like Sunshine Boys or Odd Couple.
I mean, wow. Yeah,
he's
that's
perfect
interesting.
for the Odd Couple.
Yeah, he is.
Because he's Felix.
Yeah.
And you're Slabo.
Sure. Yeah. Or do we flip those roles? Nah,
Yeah,
that would be
yeah.
a force fit. Yeah, that would be, that'd be a disaster.
Let's file that under worst ideas ever. Can we just?
No, I had the worst idea ever years ago.
What was that?
With the torpedo tour. So that box has already been checked. But second worst idea.
Yes and no. I mean,
Oh, jeez.
no, only because I said it because, like, you were at the time a legitimate folk hero, and yes, it went off the rails, and you did it too. You know, once you had that status, I felt like you could have, the line opened up, and you should have ran for a nice 25-yard gain, but
Right.
you fucked it up after. But you did open a line there in the football analogy. It's hard to be a folk hero. That's what you were at that moment. Like, people were like, this guy, maybe he's nuts, but boy, I am so connected to someone who's giving the finger to the establishment, who's like, just, even if it was vague or weird or driven by ego, it didn't matter. It's just the feeling of it was electric. It was,
Wow.
and it was also cathartic
Interesting.
to
Wow.
people who, you know, that was a big appeal of it.
Yeah, I think it was that reaction to it that really fueled it in a way that I wasn't anticipating. I mean, that thing could have gone on for a couple days and petered out. And you know, thanks for tuning in. But it kind of took on a life of its own.
No, I'm telling you, there is a separate category called folk hero,
Right.
and like
Right.
like who were some of them? Like Wild Bill Hickok, or you know, them,
sure.
so people like that. People like, I should be able to think of some off the top of my head, but I can't. But I know what I'm talking about,
Sure.
sort of. That the kind of person. Sometimes they're Bonnie and Clyde, maybe.
Okay.
Bonnie and Clyde were folk heroes. That's absolutely true. Even though they were criminals, the people in the Depression were being fucked by the banks.
Right,
And they
okay.
were fucking the banks.
Interesting.
So
Got
the
it.
enemy of my enemy.
Right. Could Lenny Bruce have been a folk hero during like all the censorship when he got arrested and that whole?
What a great question.
Or did it not last long enough? Did it have legs?
I think he was a folk hero, but not really, because he appealed more to the intelligentsia.
Interesting.
And the
okay.
folk hero was more the masses.
Got it.
You
Got
know.
it. Okay. But it's a trip that you say that, because there's a thing I talk about in the book where, you know, the world I woke up into wasn't the one I said goodnight to 6 hours earlier. And I woke up into folk ballads and rap songs and people on the march, you know, and it was like this whole thing. I didn't really get a vote, like, or get to influence or you know dictate any part of that. It was just happening, you know, and it was a lot of energy to absorb and a you know, pretty crazy wave to just try to navigate, you know.
You know, you and Sean Penn have something in common. I know you were friends with him. It's in
Yeah, I
the thing,
love
but,
Sean, yeah.
Like, you both have a very poetic way. You know, I have letters from years ago that Sean, little notes, you know, we saw something he liked on the show or something, before we were like really good friends.
Right.
And I was like, wow, this guy, what a writer. And then he wrote a couple of interesting books, you know. And you really have a turn of the phrase. I mean, even before I read the book, I would see it when you would just talk.
Thank you.
You know, it was,
Thank
yeah, where does that come from? Your father?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably started there. Yeah. It was a very creative household to grow up in, you know. And then the other one, my second home was the Penn's home.
Oh, really?
That's where,
Yeah.
then that's, you know, that's where a lot of it took place. A lot of the influences, you know, a lot of the colors.
I mean, when I was a kid, we went to the Jersey Shore for like 2 weeks in the summer. That was like our vacation.
Okay.
My father, El Cheapo, bought a house after there was a storm on the Jersey Shore.
The property,
a hurricane.
The value went down, and he swooped
well,
in.
It was literally declared a disaster area.
Oh.
So he bought a complete two-story, not fancy, but for $18,000.
Okay, all right.
$18,000 in 1964.
That's amazing. It's a year before I was born. Wow.
Right.
Damn.
And I wish I hadn't been born then, because we had to clean it. You know, like we would rent it out for the summer. It was a moneymaker. But then we would take 2 weeks of a run. So we went to the Jersey Shore. So I have great memories of, you know, life by the sea.
Right.
But to live, like you had life by the sea always when you're in Malibu.
Yeah, to an
No?
extent. We're on a promontory called Point Dume. I'm sure you're familiar with the area, and it's elevated above, the beaches that Malibu's known for, like Zuma. And
So you didn't like go into the water every day?
I didn't. No.
Did he?
No.
I know he's a big surfer.
Yeah, he was a surfer. Yeah. But his brother was and wasn't. His brother Chris, who I adored. It was my best friend growing up.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, who sadly passed at like, Jesus,
I know.
40. Yeah.
What was that from?
I think enlarged heart that went
my God.
undiagnosed or unobserved. Yeah.
That's why there's no God. You're here and you're fine and your skin looks great.
Thank you.
And this poor bastard did nothing.
I know.
And
He just doesn't wake up one day. Well, he did have a run with the blow and the booze and like
Right.
that.
But it didn't affect him. I mean, it affected him in a way it didn't you.
Yeah.
You know, it's just some of us just have a constitution. I think they're finding this gene, like they're calling it the longevity gene.
Okay.
I think it's a lot in Ashkenazi Jews.
Oh.
You say it like
Red rules me out.
Yeah, right.